Good evening, teachers. Teachers, I am to talk to all of you about the communication that you are to have with the parents on the day when you meet them on 29th. Here I am referring to the parents of the children studying in class 10th and 12th. First of all, we are to show the date sheet of board examination to the parents. And whatever guidelines are mentioned there, we are to show those guidelines also to the parents. We are to tell the parents that all these guidelines will be duly explained to the students on other working days. Means on Monday, we may communicate all the guidelines, we may explain each and every guideline to the children on Monday. Next thing that is to be told to the parents is syllabus completion. That syllabus of all the subjects has been completed. But one thing that we are not to forget, we are to tell the parents that even though syllabus has been completed, yet we are not at all confident about the understanding level of the children. Almost all the children, they need to have thorough understanding of the syllabus, which they don't have as yet. Therefore, the whole syllabus of the children will be retaught. Means we are to reteach the whole syllabus. So we will be taking pains, and therefore it's important that all the children attend the school on regular basis. In 10th and 12th standard, leave shall not be tolerated for any reason. Leave shall not be sanctioned to the students for any reason. So all children need to be regular. They should attend the school on regular basis during revision days because whole syllabus will be retaught to them. And we will also be assessing the children on regular basis. On regular basis, it will be seen by the teachers that students they have thorough understanding of everything. And we will also take care that the classwork which was missed earlier, that is not missed this time. The classwork which was done shabbily earlier is done neatly this time. So this kind of communication class teachers are supposed to have with the parents. And thus parents are to be convinced about the necessity of the child to be regular at the school. So child is supposed to be regular at the school. And apart from that, we are to tell them during the revision days, the homework will also be given on the same pattern as it was being given earlier. The clarity of examination based questions will also be given to the children. So there are a number of children who usually don't do well in their tests because they don't understand the questions. So during the revision days, ample exposure of the examination based questions will be given to the children, and children will be enabled to answer the examination based questions. So that skill will be developed in the children. Apart from that, parents are also to be guided that in the entire year, the children are assigned 22 holidays, means leaves, you may say. For 22 days, they can remain absent from the class. So leaves can be sanctioned only up to 22. So there are students who have already availed 22 leaves. They cannot be sanctioned any other leave now. The students who have availed less than 22 leaves, if at all need is there, the parents themselves should visit the school. Parents should make us understand why is it really so necessary for the child to be on leave, and if we are convinced, then the leave will be sanctioned. Parents will have to visit the school. It is not this that a message is sent to the class teachers or an application is sent to the class teachers. If leave is really that urgent, the parents will have to come to the school. If parents don't come, so we will mark child absent. A child who is marked absent will not be permitted to appear in the board examination. So we will not work, or parents are not supposed to follow the whims and fancies of the children. Parents need to convince the children about the need of being regular at the school. The school will be taking up the responsibility of the children if children are regular. Irregular children will not be permitted to appear in the examination. Next, which is very important, that parents should be told about the dates of internal assessment examination, practical examination, and it is mandatory for all the children to be present on those days also. How we are to prepare the children for practical examination, this clarity should also be given to the parents. Next thing is, parents should also be told that it is most mandatory for the children to appear in all the pre-board examination. About pre-board examination, we have already sent messages to the parents, and in those messages it was clearly stated that children need to obtain a specific percentage. If they obtain less than that, then the child will not be given admission in 11th standard. So if the child wants to pursue his studies in 11th standard, then his attendance in pre-board examination is mandatory. And good marks in pre-board examination is also mandatory. Uh, Teachers, they need to refer to those messages which were sent to the children or which were sent to the parents a month before, wherein the children and parents had been given the clarity that if somebody wants to pursue art stream in 11th standard, then this much minimum percentage is mandatory in pre-board examination. If the child is to pursue commerce stream in 11th standard, then this percentage is there, and for science this percentage is there. Please get that clarity and give this clarity to the parents also, so that later on they may not have ruckus here. यहाँ पे कोई हंगामा नहीं चाहिए. So everybody should be given the clarity. Even if the child does not wish to pursue his 11th standard here, then also it is most mandatory for the child to be present in all the pre-board examination. Through pre-board examination, the child's ability as a student who is to appear in board examination will be assessed and evaluated. Without assessing a child, without evaluating a child, we will not permit the child to appear in the final examination. So therefore, for these two reasons, the child's regularity on all days as well as on the day when we are to hold pre-board examination is extremely important. So pre-board examination, if the child misses, that child for no reason will be permitted to appear in the board examination. We will withdraw the name of that child, and council permits us to withdraw the name of the child. Next is revision tests. Parents are to be told that this has been noticed among the children that they remain absent even on the day when we have test here. So as per school's policy, assessment of the child is extremely important. Without assessing a child, we cannot permit the child to appear in the examination. Whenever we are holding revision tests are always based on the syllabus of one or two specific chapters. So if in the revision test the child is not present, that means the child's understanding of those specific chapters, that understanding has not been assessed. So this is going to be the final cycle of the revision test. Here, child's presence is extremely important. The child who remains absent on the day of the test, that child will also not be permitted to appear in the final examination. Now that this is the final round, this is the last lap, आखिरी चक्कर शुरू हो गया. So we as teachers will take very good care of classwork of the child. We will take very good care of homework of the child. We will also make sure that the child writes his diary neatly. We will take care of this, but parents should also be particular that when parents meet the children at home, parents should see what kind of classwork has been done by the children, what homework has been assigned on the homework diary, what homework has already been done by the children. Children should not be sent for any kind of tuition, and children must not be permitted to make use of mobile phone. So child spends more than 6 hours here at the school. During this much time, the child does not make use of mobile phone. Then also the child stays comfortable. If this kind of culture is created at home, where the child is not permitted to make use of mobile phone, then the child will adapt himself as per that culture. We need to convince the parents about this. Children should not be permitted to make use of mobile phone. So this much for 10th and 12th. Tomorrow I will make one more video where guidelines for all classes including 10th and 12th will be shared with all of you. For today, please make note of all these observations which I have shared with you, and these points are to be shared with the parents whose children are studying in 10th and 12th. Please don't miss any point. Okay. There are some more points which are to be shared, but those points I will be sharing with you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.